Welcome to BizWire. I'm Joseph Nordstrom in Beijing. China's central government took one step closer to allowing the country's provinces and municipalities to issue bonds to cover shortfalls in their budgets. This would be a continuation of a pilot program that tested in 6 areas before being rolled out nationally. The draft law is still awaiting final legislative approval. Optimistic analysts say this could bring better oversight of government spending, as officials will be held accountable to the purchasers of the bonds. There are 7 levels of government, from the central authorities in Beijing down through the provinces to the county, township, and village levels. Officials in Beijing have more or less kept the national budget in the black, but the further down the line you go, officials have seen more incentive to borrow and spend to boost their local economies. The majority of revenue came in the way of land sales, which is largely drying up, leaving many localities deep in the red. What's known as local government financing vehicles were created as a way to get around limits on borrowing money. Authorizing bond sales would make these LGFVs redundant. Premier Li Keqiang said the new measures would, quote, open the front door while closing the side doors. The International Monetary Fund says it is concerned about debt across China, mainly because of its sudden growth. But the IMF also says that worries shouldn't be exaggerated, as China's debt is issued in local currency and owned internally. And the World Bank says local governments are responsible for 80% of spending, but only receive 40% of tax revenue, so it's not a mystery as to why there's a budget deficit. In the first quarter, China's GDP grew by 7.4%, better than many analysts expected. Growth was driven by consumption, which is normal in the first quarter as people spend more during the holidays. Exports were a drag on growth as China's trade surplus shrank. Beijing has said it is trying to rebalance the economy away from relying on exports and government spending, which was less of a contributor to growth. But as David Dollar of the Brookings Institute says, this is also normal in the first quarter due to winter weather and holidays. A question left unanswered is who will buy bonds from heavily indebted governments with a history of funding pet projects. If there is no guarantee from Beijing, explicit or otherwise, investors will require higher returns to justify the risk, and higher interest payments make default all the more likely. Deleveraging has led to painful austerity in the Eurozone, but it's not quite clear if Chinese officials have the stomach to digest quarter after quarter of below-trend growth. You're watching BizWire on the Blue Ocean Network, China's first and only privately owned English-language broadcast media. Our full episode can be seen on our website, bon.tv/biz-wire. Let's turn now to Neil Jones for a quick look at a few stories that are buzzing through the markets.